Well, we're just 1 week away from the first GOP debate of the new year, and foreign policy is expected to take center stage as global affairs have shifted candidates' focus on the campaign trail. That change accelerated by North Korea's claim yesterday that it successfully tested a hydrogen bomb, raising the stakes with an unpredictable regime. Now, in the Middle East, we're also seeing escalating tensions between Iran and Saudi Arabia as they ratchet up their rivalry. And of course, there's the ongoing battle against ISIS, a growing danger, especially in light of the Paris terror attacks and the San Bernardino massacre. One of the debate moderators is sitting across from me, Sandra Smith. I'm really excited that this is going to focus on foreign policy because it is the issue that's most important right now to Americans. And Sandra, what you see, and I know you know this already, but there's a huge fault line in the Republican Party as far as foreign policy goes, and that is expected to be center stage in both debates.
Yeah, and let me set this up for you. We've got a huge government jobs report coming out tomorrow morning. We've got the State of the Union address Tuesday night, the debate Thursday night, just weeks before the Iowa caucuses. I mean, it's such an important and amazing time and a moment in our history with everything that's going on. May I say the world is burning, and we're going to have to ask these presidential candidates, what is America's role in the world today with things changing so fast?
And Harris, the State of the Union is really key, because I really would love to know, just be a fly on the wall as they're writing that speech ahead of time for the president, what is our state in the world according to him, because he's now for the next 379 days, I believe that's right, going to have to make some decisions that we have to live with for a long time, hoping not too many of them will be by executive action or order. So that the timing of this debate also gives everybody an opportunity to say not only what they would do, but what they wouldn't do. And we already know that, of course, Republicans get the rebuttal after the State of the Union. They almost get to give that beforehand. You know, you can almost guess what the president will say.
It's just funny with this tinderbox going on with Saudi Arabia. I've been to Saudi Arabia 24 times. I used to do bodyguard for the royal family. I'm very familiar. After they threw our air bases out of there, after we saved them from Saddam Hussein, our reward was get out of Saudi Arabia. Now all of a sudden they're dealing with Iran right now. You got the Sunni issue with the Shiite issue, and what's there is that could be explosive at any time. Now what has happened in Yemen now, they've tacked into Yemen. Now we all know that the Shiites out of Iran is one, for some reason this president favors very much over the Sunnis. For some reason, I don't know why. Maybe his chief of staff has a little bit of that Shiite background. I don't know. Well, I don't know for a fact. But my point is that, and then when we voted for Iran to give them a $150 billion worth of these holdback monies, this is really can explode at any time. People don't realize how serious it is. America has to get involved with the Middle East because it's coming here. We got to do something, man.
Well, that's kind of the problem, Julie. We are involved in the Middle East a little too much, and we're on both sides of this. We are aiding the Sunnis and the Shia on this. I don't think Obama favors one over the other. He's given billions of dollars to Iran. Yeah. Well, the money hasn't been released yet. Right. But he's also given millions of dollars to the Saudis, and essentially with this Iran deal created a nuclear arms race in the Middle East, which has spurred the Saudis to accelerate this fight for the battle of who's going to control the civilization.
Saudi, you know, we keep talking about it. We've been talking about this before. Our allies. You're talking about our allies, the Saudis. Our allies.
Yeah,
you want to see ISIS in action as a government. You want to see who's beheading people.
Yeah,
as a policy.
I think they did 60 people.
You want to see who's executing people. The Saudis, our friends, and so there are no good actors in the Middle East. I don't care if it's the Sunni or Shia. By the way, I don't think the president's chief of staff has anything to do with being a Shia Muslim, but that's our Sunni Muslim.
I was there when they took 100 heads off about 20 years ago. 20 heads.
But my point about this is, to Andrea, to your point, I think you and I agree on this. There are no good actors in the Middle East. And so for us to suddenly start picking and choosing sides, it's situational. Who's our friend today? It's not going to be who's our friend tomorrow.
We already have picked sides. We're on both. And the